Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters. This is
Chaos.
and I'm Squirrel, and we have some topics that we're very passionate about. We're going to talk about today.
What is it? Wait, I'm supposed to tell you, aren't I?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Okay.
You got kids, right?
I forgot. Do it? Yes, I have kids.
How many?
3.
3? I got 2 that I know of.
All right. Well, that's a start.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Want to talk about kids?
Kids. Let's talk
Raising
about kids.
them, not
Raising
like
kids.
selling them or like buying them on the black market or anything like that.
It's lucrative. No. Stop it.
That's why it's only 2 that I know of.
That's bad. Kids, no. Not to joke about. Raising kids is important.
Yeah.
Raising kids is important.
They're blessings. They're little assholes, but they're blessings. I've got a daughter and a son. What do you got in your collection?
Collection? 3 daughters.
Oh, you're fucked.
3 daughters.
See,
Love them to death. Being a girl dad is it can be tough. It's really tough to say no.
no, it's not.
Well, you got a boy in the mix, so
I know.
you got the experience to say no. I do say no.
Oh, I just send them out in the yard and let them fight each other. The winner gets whatever they want. Really? Neither of them get shit.
You know, your kids are probably as spoiled as ours or mine.
Yeah, I mean, I do my best. You know, I do tell them no, but I do try to give them whatever they want. You know, I grew up under a thumb and wasn't treated the best, so try to make sure I do the complete opposite. You know, give them the world, but make sure that they earn it, and they don't. That way, I'm not raising entitled little shits. You know, I want them to be good members of society. You know, I want them to appreciate what they have and work hard for what they want. And I got 2 good kids, so.
I have 3 great kids as well, and very proud of them.
Yes.
Who they're growing up to be. You want to spoil them, but you also want to hold them accountable.
Yeah. We know which one's your favorite because there's only been one on the podcast so far.
You can't say that.
I'm telling them all.
The other one doesn't want to get on the podcast yet. I'll get her on one day, maybe. We'll see.
I mean, You mean the one that tainted your mac and cheese?
Oh, I don't know if you guys heard that story, but I don't want to relive it. We don't want to tell it again, please.
Go back to the episode that had Raven, the little witch that was sitting right about here.
Yeah.
And she'll tell you the story of his second mouth mac and cheese.
Yeah, let's move on. Scars.
So I've got a preteen. She's gonna hit 13 this year. You can imagine what fun that brings.
Yes.
And I've got a little dude. He's 7. Gonna be 8 soon.
Good age.
Yeah. The best part of both of them is they're every bit my personality, so I think that's a great thing. The rest of the world might be a little screwed, but
yeah,
they give me a run for their money, man. Like, I mean, if you know me, you know the pleasantries that fall from my lips. But imagine that from a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old, and just things you look at them, you're like, I want to be mad, but you got me.
You know how many times my wife says, "That's your child"?
Oh, probably daily, at least 4 or 5 times a day. Yep.
I try.
That's how I know I did right.
I try to turn around like, no, that one's your child.
Yeah, this one's yours today.
She's like, how? I don't know. Those are our babies, though.
Yeah. Do anything for them. My favorite part of all of it, other than making them, is you good?
Yeah.
Is that family time, man. I always thought that line, they grow up in the blink of an eye. was bullshit. 12 years went quick. 7 years went quick. It's like,
It does.
wow. It really is. You know, you go to work, you provide for family, and, you know, next thing you know, it's like you're missing sporting events, you're missing this, and it's like, what the fuck? Where did it go? But you don't want to do that because the next one could be the last one, not because they're going anywhere, but because they grow out of stuff and they're like, yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I don't want tea parties. I don't want, you know, to sit and watch, you know, I don't want to play My Little Ponies no more with you, Dad. Like, I want to go spend like, my daughter, in the last 365 days, maybe 100 of them she spent at home, if I'm lucky. Well, I don't know if that's lucky or, I don't know what mood she's in. She is partially her mother's, so.
Yeah. Well, it takes two.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank God they look like me.
I got banned for playing with dolls.
Because you hog them all, don't you?
Well, let's get real here. So
I was.
the one doll that they had a Prince Charming. Prince Charming, he had flexibility. He was my martial arts doll. So whenever I'd play, it was always a fight. And I was like, you can bring on Prince Eric, whoever else, and they're nobody because they didn't have the flexibility as this Prince doll did. And he could like high kick and stuff. And, like, they stopped me from playing with him altogether because they're like, Dad, all you want to do is fight. And I'm like, well, what do you do with dolls? You know, I'm a guy. I try to learn.
You've got 3 girls. You should know by now.
Yes, I've had my nails painted. I've had they come and hold me down and pluck my eyebrows. Like, those things are out of control. But anyway, yeah, somebody needs their hair groomed.
Needs his hair did.
A better manicure.
You know that is fun. Just my daughter will do that. She'll be like, Dad, can I paint your nails? I'm like, I don't care. What color are you gonna do? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Can I do your fingernails too?
Well,
maybe.
The toes could be covered.
What day is it? Yeah, the toes can be covered. Like, what day is it? Is it a work day?
Like, not the fingernails. Maybe the weekend, and you need to take this stuff off.
We gotta have acetone. Yeah.
Yeah. We got acetone at work, but I'm not supposed to use it. But anyway, you know, you talk about time with your kids and things like that. Like, I was in retail for about 29 years, good 29 years, and that can really interfere with relationships with your children because
you're working holidays.
You're working weekends and things like that. Now, I loved what I did, and, you know, I loved my customers. And
paid the bills,
took care of my family, but then it gets to the point that you just realize it's like they need to come first. And, you know, did it take me way too long to understand that? I don't know. It just, you know, you're worried about making sure they're taken care of, and you kind of don't think about the time you're missing, but you know you're doing it for them.
You know, you and I shared an employer at one time, and I actually quit that employer because they attempted to make me choose between going to work and sharing some time with my son. That being, I had won soccer tickets to Nashville Soccer Club up there, and it was unexpected. I'll give them that, and like, well, hey, you know, I'm gonna take my son to this game. Like, you're gonna have to figure something out. And they're like, well, I didn't approve that. And I'm like, I wasn't asking. I'm going. Like, it's my kid. Mm-hmm. You're never gonna come before my kid. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can. This is either the last time we're gonna talk, or, you know, you can talk to me about it tomorrow, because I had a shift the next day too. I'm like, I don't mind. You know, just this day doesn't work. Like, it was like 4 days beforehand, I got notified I won the contest, won the tickets. And I'm like, hey, I was like, well, I can't approve that. And, you know, I'm like, okay, that's fine. So here's my keys.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do. They ran just fine without me. So what stopped them from doing that when I said, hey, this came up, you know?
Right.
Like, I get it, but, you know, the schedule set so far in advance. But when it comes down to it, yeah, don't ever make me choose between my kids and something else because you're never gonna win that fight.
Yep. I mean, we all have to make choices, and what's best for our family, and jobs will come and go.
Yep.
And it all depends on.
And don't get me wrong, the extra money helped. It paid the bills. It helped. And I was busting my. But the parks were great too. But that was an event with my son. And you know what? That event opened a door because we've gone back since, and he's a big fan of soccer. That opened up conversations that I didn't even know we were having. I didn't know at the time that he had a favorite soccer player. I knew he liked soccer. I didn't know he had his favorite. He's a Ronaldo guy, a little shit, and I'm a Messi guy. So I tried to raise him right, but he's Ronaldo.
That'll happen sometimes.
You try my daughter's a fucking Red Sox fan, man.
My kids aren't into sports, so I'm kind of lucky.
You've got
my girls
theater kids. You've got
I do drama.
Yeah,
lots of drama
in the acting way. We have a guest today. Yes. Clementine's with us again. She has a lot to say on the subject.
Mm-hmm.
Does she have children or no?
I don't remember if she. No, she did not have children.
She did not.
We had her altered or fixed or spay, let's say, before she could. We have another kitty right now that's getting ready to go this week.
Oh, you're purring.
Oh.
You want to talk to the people?
You are the chosen.
I am the chosen.
So.
Hi.
We love our animals.
Oh, yes.
We may talk rough, but.
Yes.
You see.
They choose us. We don't choose them.
Pretty much. That's, and funny story. What were we talking about? What is this whole thing about?
Kids.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess pets have something to do with kids.
Fur babies. There are some people that choose not to have children, and they have pets instead.
So this one, funny story behind this one, I get up one morning and my wife tells me, she says, I hear meowing under the house. And I'm thinking, you're out of your mind. And I'm listening. I don't hear anything. So I go and open the door to the crawl space. And I go, meow, meow. And what runs out? This thing.
You hear that?
And I'm like, okay, well, I didn't want another animal. And this cat came running out. And I'm like, okay, you're free. Go away, right? No. What did it do? It ran in the house. Girl. And what did I have? We had a pit bull mix at the time, another mix. We had
all hell broke loose, didn't it?
No.
No?
She ran in and said, I live here. And the other animals were just like, what is she doing here? Why is she in? They didn't know what to do because she just ran in like she owned the place. Well, guess what?
Good girl. Now she does.
She owns the place. Yeah. So, our dog, Winky.
The little Taco Bell thing out there that's...
Yes.
Mouthy?
Yes.
Yeah, that one.
That dog showed up at the front yard.
Really?
And I'm like, go away. We don't need another pet. He got to the backyard, was at our back door. I'm like, no, go away. So I put food and water out for it, and my wife's like, don't feed that thing.
Is that how she got you?
Yeah, she fed me. So I couldn't leave. Why would I leave? She feeds me.
I know. That's right? What happened to me.
Well, so anyway.
I ain't even going to tell you what the girlfriend did to get me hooked.
Anyway, we're talking about Winky and not his girlfriend because I don't want to know about that.
Winky still applies.
Anyway, Winky. So Winky, I let this dog in. At first I fed it and made sure it had food and water. It was still like the next day. I couldn't leave it outside. It was summer.
Oh, yeah.
So
Tennessee heat, man.
I brought it in the house, and I had a dog kennel. So I put it in the dog kennel, and it slept in the dog kennel one night. And we had gone to the animal shelter over here and put an ad and said, hey, we got this dog, gave pictures, blah, blah, blah. Anyway.
You're trying to find us home.
I was trying to find where the dog came from. And so next night, I put her in the kennel. She starts whining. Needless to say, when I put her in the kennel, I slept on the couch so that way she'd know I was there. She had company, right?
Bye, Clementine.
And so the next night, I tried to put her in the kennel. She whined. So what did I do? I grabbed her and put her on the couch with me.
Oh, you got suckered in.
My wife's, what are you doing? third night, where do you think she slept?
Right there with you
Where at?
in the bed.
In the bed. Because I was like, I'm not sleeping on the couch again. And now she's 5, 6 years later, she's still here.
You got
know,
suckered.
Well, you know.
You got a fur baby.
And who does this dog butter up to every night and sit with her while she's working on her computer?
Your wife
The
now.
wife.
Mm-hmm.
The dog don't even like me. I saved the dog. The dog's like, I
Ain't
ain't
that
got
how
time.
it goes though? It's the same with kids. You know, there's a stern one, there's a more relaxed one, and the stern one's the one that they normally it's like they're a little hesitant to, but they know that one's gonna have their back in all the tough situations in life. You know, I'm not saying that you know my co-parent or you know your wife is a weakling or anything, but like it seems like that's how it always goes. One is a little more stern, and
I'm probably the easier one.
I'm definitely the stern one.
Although when I'm like, start one.
Yep.
Then stuff happens. But I'm nice up until if I got to start counting.
Yep.
I have a that's when my fuse is gone and now it's time to get to it.
What's your cell phone policy?
Oh, Art, it's crap. I'll admit it's crap.
9 years old. That's where we let our daughter have a phone only because she was spending more time away than at home, and we want to make sure she was okay. You know, location tracking and all that fun stuff, so we know where she is.
Yep, we have all that.
And she's got a rule like, hey, we call you, you got to call us back, or just touch base and be like, hey, look, I'm you know. We don't expect it to be like, hey, you need to answer the phone every time it rings. It's like, just let us know you're okay.
You know, the bad thing is, there's one location, because my daughter's in the theater and things like that, but that theater that she goes to is almost like a dead zone.
Oh, God.
It is hard.
There's a lot of that around here.
And that's one of those things where you're like, don't make me go in there and figure out what's going on, because I will, but yeah, it's...
The dead zones around here are horrible.
Yeah, I don't know whether it's the metal structure that prohibits some of that. I don't know, but...
Oh, we work relatively close to one another. I know the signal in my facility is trash.
Yep, same thing. I think it's probably because of the concentration of cell phones that are like probably...
Well, there's that, and then the structures of the buildings. I mean, we're in steel and concrete.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So...
But anyway.
Yeah,
make sure you can get a hold of your kids.
Yep. Keep them safe.
Make sure they answer the phone.
They're our future. We're fucked. No, my daughter. What's your daughter into? What are your daughters into? My daughter's into K-pop and the teeny bopper music and stuff like that. My son's superheroes, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. He's me.
My kids are getting to a lot of old school stuff. Weezer. I don't want to say.
Isn't your cat named after?
Yes. Rivers Cuomo. Rivers Cuomo. Weezer. Before there was Weezer, there was Wheeze. Sorry. Anyway. So yeah. So we've
You're fired.
We've rubbed off on them quite a bit, and
we influence them daily. We introduce them to our world, and they adopt their own.
Sometimes Gen X, baby. Gen X.
Millennials.
Anyway. Be nice.
Yeah. So what else are they into? Weezer.
Oh,
they're theater kids. Both the ones at home are theater kids, right?
Both love to sing.
You've got one out of the house, right?
One out of the house. She's just working.
How'd that go? Like, you get empty nest when she left, or because you had the others?
Well, she was with previous relationship, and she was with her mother, so it's it was, for me, I had her on the weekends, so it wasn't.
You get to see her a lot?
I don't get to see her too often. It's terrible with life, and I call her every once in a while. She maybe texts me every once in a while. I think I do more of it, kind of waiting for her to contact me. I shouldn't do that. I should be more proactive. I mean, she's got her life, and
Any grandkids yet?
Oh, she doesn't want kids, so I shouldn't have to worry about that. But I welcome grandkids, and if she did have grandkids, I would do what I can to take care of them.
Right.
Love to hold a little baby. I like babies. I see babies at church and things like that, and it's like I want to hold them, but they're not my babies, so I just kind of stay away and I just watch.
Your wife's out there somewhere. I mean, you can go.
I hold my wife. She's my baby. So
My baby's off in her part of town doing her thing.
doing her thing. Yep.
Yep. With her family. So. Yep.
You'll have that, right?
Yep.
We all got to do what we got to do.
Yep. Not always
But
fun.
we got girls, and we're dads. Dating's coming.
My daughter is not allowed to date until she's married, just like her mother.
My 14-year-old's like, I don't like boys. They're icky. I'm like, yes, just keep thinking that.
Yep.
Keep thinking that. But I know that's going to change probably.
I don't know. She may just want to nose to the grindstone, career woman. You never know.
And that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
She's big into dancing, still doing a lot of that, enjoying that. And, you know, she's a good student. We homeschool. And I think she takes a look. I think she's probably farther ahead than what, I think, and she's doing better than what sometimes you think. You're like, are we doing well enough?
The curriculum around here is a little relaxed.
Well, and it's amazing, I'll tell you, and we're talking about kids and things like that, but it's amazing how little they have to do school when you do, you homeschool, because you're concentrating on one child and not many. So when you're concentrating on many, there's a lot more disruptions and things in the day.
More centered learning.
Yes. And I know
you get that attention, you get your questions answered, and you learn, you understand a lot better.
It's that one-on-one that you have. Yeah, it's important, and I think it's very beneficial.
I feel like a lot of teachers would like to have more one-on-one time with all the students, but because depending on when I was in school, I've had classrooms where I've been upwards of 30 students, and you're not getting.
Well, I was in a university. We had lecture halls of 500. So it was just like,
What'd you go to school for?
Well, I started out elementary education, then I changed to dietetics, and then life happened and I didn't finish. But unfortunate. But we do what we have to do.
Yeah.
Make sure we take care of our family, whatever we have to, do to take care of that. Many, many, many years of management experience now. Started retail, and then now I'm industrial.
Yeah. I've had a little bit of everything. I've done restaurant work. I've done retail.
Tough one.
Sheldon employer with you. I've done, landscaping. I DJ'd at one point. I actually had a job as a DJ and lighting tech. That one was fun.
Interesting.
Yeah. Different. Easy, but takes a second.
Yeah.
Automotive industry, factory work, worked in a cheese factory. Yeah, 90% of my coworkers were Amish, so.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Back to our children.
Yeah.
I'm the squirrel.
Yeah, you are. You started.
Anyway, daughters. Daughters, that's the thing. Boys and daughters.
Yes.
Sometimes I wonder, I don't have a boy. Why don't I have a boy? Well, there's probably some scientific reasons why I don't have a boy. But, sometimes I'm like, maybe God thought, you need girls, because if you have a boy, you might ruin them. But anyway,
that, or you did something wrong in a previous life, and now you're suffering.
So I have girls. So, I've had.
With girls, you got to worry about all the wieners. With boys, you only got to worry about one. I don't mean that in any kind of an ignorant way, but tell me if I'm wrong. Dating is coming up for both of us. You know how you were when younger?
You.
The fuck you're not.
Well, just right now we are. This is our date, so enjoy it.
Yeah. Tell me, does this smell like chloroform to you?
You want to go camping?
My tenor years.
So anyway.
But no, for real though, as a girl dad, and honestly, I'll get to this in a second. It's not a double standard here. Although society likes to make it one. When you got a girl, you're worried about any date she's on, any interaction. You're like, come on now, that's my baby girl.
Mhm.
I got a son. I still worry the same way. Like he's 7. I'm not worried about that right now. But when he gets older, I want him to treat his significant other, anyone he goes on a date with, I want him to treat him with respect and treat them properly and not objectify them.
Mhm.
As a girl dad, you don't want to see that.
Mhm.
As a boy dad, you don't want them doing that.
Right.
So, I mean, that's what I mean by that, though.
Yeah, and I can say I'm not proud of my past as
No,
a
I've made
young
some
man
mistakes.
growing up and not treating people well
Yeah.
or correctly or
I think
like
we
I
all
should.
goof up like that every now and then, but it's what you do with it when you,
Well,
like in our case, we're parents now, so we can use it to help educate.
I will
Doesn't mean they're going to listen.
I will say that I have experience on knowing what the boys are thinking, and I know that I will be talking to the young gentlemen that come to my house, and we'll have a mutual understanding. How my
Is that what the chains and
Baby
the torture devices in the living room are all about?
it's in the basement. It puts the lotion on the skin.
What's the guillotine in the backyard for?
We have chickens.
Right.
I mean, it is neck size.
Well, I was gonna say it was neck size, but like chicken neck,
Chicken neck.
You choking the chickens?
No, we like them. They're our babies. They're our pets too.
Well, in some societies, if you like them, you choke them.
Sad, we lost another chicken.
What happened?
I don't know.
Something get in again?
I don't know what happened this time. I don't know. It looked like it was going through a molt, and I think the weather and the molt had something to do with it, but I'm not 100%
It
sure.
was molting at the wrong time. Got a little cold.
Maybe, but
You can't eat them after that, huh?
no.
Well, yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
they die off without you being the reason. They're kind of not good for consumption, huh?
I probably wouldn't recommend it. Like I said.
Yeah. We're having wings for dinner tonight too, so it's funny you mentioned
wings.
That. Yeah, I was
chicken wings.
I was saucing them before I came over to see you. So.
Saucy.
Yeah, and they're saucy. Yeah,
they're saucy. Some saucy wings.
Yep.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Actually, that was one of them: buffalo and garlic parm and barbecue.
All right. Well, I think we bored our people long enough at this point.
Well, you did.
Probably, but remember, comment, like, subscribe.
To our page, not the others.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right.
If you got kids, let us know what some of your favorite things to do with them are, and let us know, give us some interesting stories, some of that crazy stuff that you've encountered as a parent. We've got stories for days, but trying to keep this a little short, but I don't think we succeeded.
No, we can keep going, but tell us about your stories. Tell about things that have happened to your children, growing up. This world is a very tempting place, and how do you keep them grounded? And
saying that, originally I never wanted to have kids because of the way the world looked. I never wanted to get married. I never wanted kids. Wound up with both. Glad for both. But I never wanted kids in this world. Just because of the way it was.
But you're a greater person because of it. So
something.
They do bring out the best in us sometimes. And probably the worst. But anyway, it happens. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers and sisters, thank you for joining us today. Like, subscribe, give us some feedback, things that you'd like to see and hear.
Guess we'll catch you next time.
Squirrel out.
Chaos out.
Peace.
Bye.